Okay, so basically, while I was at St. Luke's last night, the bleeding did, it was like really like a streak of blood when I was laying down on the bed. So once I was able to lay down, it stopped. And I told y'all that the doctor put his hand on my belly and he tried to, I want to see where the pressure is. And he tried to crush my baby in my belly. And I had to take his hand and say, stop. And so I got off the property as fast as I could. And there were police acting crazy, people speeding around me driving because they know this ain't right. You don't try to kill nobody, baby, in their body. Because y'all did not give me no medical care. So I left St. Luke's on foot. I called someone. I walked up by Holcomb, I believe, and I walked down. I know it was. It turned into Farnham Road and Greenbrier Drive. So I walked down Greenbrier Drive, where the Whataburger is over there. I walked down Greenbrier Drive for several miles, and then I walked. It turned into Farnham, and then it turned into South Shepherd Drive, and I started to bleed, and you could feel the blood trickle down. And so as I continued to walk, I couldn't find anywhere to sit down, and people were chasing me and trying to provoke me, just being very wicked, very evil. And I just kept going, and I got to Inwood and South Shepherd Drive, and I could not go anymore. I was trying to get to Greens Point, at least somewhere where, I felt like I would be comfortable, but I'm not going, I probably won't go there either, but I ended up trying to sleep on the bus, tried to sleep on the bus stop, and they were driving past the whole night. It wasn't a busy street. People were in the house asleep, but the individuals that want to harm me and my child, they were driving around and speeding past me the whole night. And the police was coming and putting on their sirens while I was trying to sleep. And mind you, they're denying me a shelter, denying me medical care, and this doctor tried to crush my child. That's why I feel it's so imperative, because I had to cut. I'm gonna show y'all. I had to cut my pants because it's too tight over my belly. Because they were tight over my belly, and the crazy thing about it is we have not eaten anything. We have some tin greens in the bag, but they're going bad, so I don't have anything to eat. So we came, when I woke, I had to wake up early because they continued to swarm around me when I was trying to sleep at this bus stop. And the reason why, because was bleeding when I stopped walking, and I needed to lay down somewhere in order to get the bleeding to stop. So the bleeding did stop, while I was laying down. It took a while, but then they continued to swarm around the bus stop where I was, and the police come past. We're like waking me up, being very mean, and then just go down the street and don't come back. So it just made me so afraid to where I got up and kept walking. And I didn't really recognize the area, but I knew I was trying to make it there, and I was like, I cannot do this. So I remember there was a man, he gave me $5 last night because I asked him if he could give us a ride somewhere with Lamarcus Sanders, which was the man who had me in the middle of all this too, along with other males. But I called several people who are involved with this because the bleeding got so bad that I didn't even care where I went. I just needed to lay down, and I was like, I just pray that God deliver us from these people. And nobody will let me come. And so I got up and I walked I kept the money, the $5 from last night, and I walked back up South Shepherd Drive to Westheimer Road, and then I walked downtown Westheimer Road, and then I walked downtown Westheimer Road up to River Oaks and where the Larry High School is, and I had to keep stopping and sitting down on the benches because I'm pregnant, and it makes me bleed having to continue to walk and having not laid down for over 4 or 5 days, and people have been trying to attack me and the baby in their homes to try to say that I was never pregnant. And they've been trying to they were calling the police. I was calling the police. I filed several reports. They have been charged. People have been charged for harming me during my pregnancies, but they are not wanting to be held accountable, so they are trying to have me arrested and lie and say I'm a mental patient when all my charges have been dropped. I don't have a record. I've never been diagnosed with a mental illness. I do not have any mental illnesses, and they do. And so there's a lot of people in conspiracy with this, and they're following me on foot. They're black men. Here's one coming in here now. They're trying to see what I'm saying, and I'm not going to get distracted, but I walked past River Oaks, and I walked up to this Whataburger here by Timmy's Lane, and because I needed to charge my phone. So the whole night, I didn't have a phone. I set up something for y'all to be able to donate money to me. I don't know if people are going to try to stop y'all from being able to donate. If you really want to help me, then donate money to me. It's at PayPal, Rescue Andrea Jones, or no, Rescue Drea. The link is going to be on the video. Basically, Rescue Andrea, I think, or Rescue Drea. I think it's Rescue Andrea, PayPal/Rescue Andrea, because this is the system that's doing this, and it may be a lot of people who want to even help, or they don't. I don't know, but I know the system is denying my pregnancy because the system failed us. And so this is why every time I go to another hospital, the system is saying to lie because the system is one big entity. So whatever hospital confirms my pregnancy, then that's going to make all the other ones accountable too, because it's all one big system. So this is why when I go to another hospital, they're going to lie and try to hurt the baby, or try to have me arrested and take me to a facility where they can hurt the baby and kill me. So I'm not, I don't have any warrants. I don't have a criminal record. There's nobody here arresting me. So I'm not going into anybody's facility for them to harm me in any correctional facility or mental facility. I'm not mentally ill. I can speak with you just as clear as day. I am tired of people messing with me because I am carrying. And basically, I'm not going into anybody else's hospital either, because I know that they tried to harm my child in the hospitals as well. And they have me to where the women's shelters are not taking me in. And the Metro is involved because they were riding past me several times, and they know what's going on, because I had some women and some men I had some women try to reroute me to take me out of the way somewhere where I didn't need to go on the Metro. And then where that I wouldn't have been safe listening to her. And she lied to me about the directions. And someone alerted me that she was not being truthful. And I really needed to get to where I needed to go because it was that serious. And then there was another instance where there was a male who was driving me, and he called someone whose house who I was at, and he let them know that I was on the way there. And they tried to stage a physical altercation when I got there. So this is very internal operations as far as how they're running this. So the ladies have been driving past me who drive the Metro, and they know that I'm out here limping. And I have had some, I was bleeding, and I'm over here limping, and they all just been riding past me. And people act like they don't know what's going on that's really involved, and they know they knew that there was a black woman who shot a white male in the back of the jail, and they put this operation together to lie and say that I was not pregnant, and to put all of these people up to this when I got out. So this is very serious. So I need to shine some light on the fact that I have some money now, but not to eat. So we haven't eaten. And when I came into this Whataburger, I went into the restroom and I noticed that I had some blood that was more than it was last night, and it was clotting. And so I haven't laid down. I haven't slept. I have not eaten anything. I haven't drinking any water or juice. I don't have anything to eat. I don't have anything to drink. They're following me and pulling all up on me, and then trying to intimidate me. And knowing that I'm out here like this, they said I could not go to the shelters, and they are spying, trying to listen to everything. They came into this restaurant even now, and coming over here looking at me right now, and that's ridiculous. So I went into the restroom, and when I went into the restroom, I was bleeding, and I cleaned myself up, and I'm like, my baby is still alive, but I don't know where the blood is coming from, or why I'm clotting now. And so I need somewhere where I can lay down and be fed. And I do not want to go to any more of these facilities. I need to lay down so this bleeding can stop. And so I'm going to have to get some on the bus. I'm not going to have any money. And I'm tired of them plotting on my every step and following my every step and my every move. If you look at my modeling portfolio, I have had a lot of things going for myself. So they have tried to ruin that. I don't have any more clothes. These are the only clothes that I have. I had to get rid of a lot of the contents of my purse because it was far too heavy for me to carry. So a lot of my hygiene products and things that I used. So the white male that came in got information and he walked out. So basically, the contents of my purse are not really everything that I usually have to take care of myself. Also, when I came into this Whataburger, after I came out the restroom and cleaned myself up, I asked this young white woman who works here, may I have a cup of water? Can I have a cup of water? And she said, oh, you cannot have a cup of water unless you're buying something. And so I said, well, I'm going to come over here and charge my phone. And then I said, there's blood here on the seat. Here. From when I first sat down. And there's been blood on every bench that I have sat on. And they're looking at the back of my pants as they're following me, and they see that I have some leakage, on the back of my pants, and they're still doing this. And so making me walk and persecuting me as an African American woman, and they have been abusing me. They did this with my first son. They abused me with my first pregnancy as well, and they're abusing me now to the point where they tried to crush my baby several times in my belly. There were men who picked me up and brought me into their homes because the state told them to, and I had to stop them from trying to crush my belly. And my pregnancy seems to have been going fine. And so basically, I think this is what's making a lot of people afraid. But when I said that, I sat down and I said, oh, so she's saying that I can't have a cup of water and I'm pregnant? I was like, that's crazy. And then so a black woman came out and was like, oh, what she say? You can have a cup of water. And then she got me a cup of water. But at this point, I don't even trust any of it. But this is what's going on. So I'm about to have to find an area where I can go to. But I need somebody to help us, because I can't keep going places and sitting up and bleeding. I need to be able to lay down. I do not need none of these satanic, wicked doctors coming talking about they want me to come and they can help me, because what they've been trying to do is say, oh, we'll figure out what else it could be. No, he tried to crush my belly and at the same time say he could figure out what else it could be. So if I put my hand on my one right here, because I had to cut the pants because it was too tight. You can feel the baby moving. You don't have to squirt and crush. And you can feel the baby moving. And I did have some pain right here, but I moved his hand. I did not allow him to crush my baby. And he tried to crush the baby here, here, all over. He tried to kill my pregnancy. And I did not allow him. I took his hand and said, do not crush my child, my pregnancy. Do not do that. And he said, oh, well, you said you had some tenderness. I said, I did not say that. I did not say that, and I did not appreciate that. And so I knew that I needed to get away from there as soon as possible. And at this point, I'm pretty much standing my ground. I am pregnant. There is no lie of trying to say, oh, what else it could be. They're lying. And anybody who will come out and say anything adverse to what I'm saying right now, they're lying. They're trying to cover up for the system because everybody played their part who has to tell a lie behind the scenes, or they're just trying to play the system. So I am very hungry. I'm going to show y'all what all we have to eat. We don't have anything to drink. These are what we have to eat. This is all we have. And as you can see, they are going bad. And I have a few of these. And this is all that we have. We don't have nothing